And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. Major League Baseball on tap. It's the Tampa Bay Rays taking on the Baltimore Orioles.
And now,
first pitch coming your way next.
Your Baltimore Orioles.
So almost ready to get underway. And today's starter, Zach Eflin.
Well, he comes at hitters with a 5-pitch mix, so for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on 1 or 2 pitches depending on how things are going and how things are working, but if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out, hitters. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to keep those guys off balance.
Ready to go now. Here's the veteran first baseman, Yandy Diaz. And that one wrapped foul. Here comes the 0-1. Cut on and lifted in the air. Cowser makes the grab, one away. All right, let's take a look at the Rays lineup. They're dealing with a sinker specialist on the mound, which can be a big-time challenge when he's right and working mostly from the knees down.
Well, I think the approach you take is really try to lay off of those pitches down in the zone until he gets some called strikes and then forces you to go after that pitch. Until then, make him elevated, because guys that throw those sinkers, those two-seamers, really hard for them to be effective up in the zone. Those are pitches you can hammer, and when you get a cookie, you don't want to miss it.
2 outs, base is empty. Junior Caminero getting ready to hit. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Caminero, just 21 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. And that's in there for a strike, and now it's even. The 1-1 is fouled off. 2 outs, base is empty. Struck him out looking. Tampa Bay 0, Orioles coming up. Back after this on the show. Back here with my pal Singy, and on the mound in this one, Shane McClanahan.
Power pitcher. He's going to speed you up with the fastball velocity, and out of his hand will explode the breaking ball. Very difficult for hitters to keep that front side closed and hit the ball the other way, because they know if they're not ready to pull the trigger, the fastball will beat them.
And now the shortstop, Gunnar Henderson.
Gunnar Henderson.
That one missed. Swinging a foul straight back. And he deals. Foul ball there. Swing and a high fly ball right field. Low. Sizing this one up, and he makes the catch. And there's one away. All right, let's take a look at the Orioles lineup now. Chris, this is a lineup offensively that could be really good for years to come.
They're deep, first and foremost, but the way that they can manipulate their personnel for matchups and everything else, it's very intelligent the way that they use their team. And I think it creates a little bit of uncertainty for opposing teams, especially in a big game, big series.
That one fouled hard the other way. 1 out, base is empty. Swing and a miss. Nice changeup.
Well, that's 89 on the gun, and it's a changeup. It's like good hitting if you're looking for it, but because of the speed differential between the fastball and that pitch, really hard for a hitter to get on time with it. Well, that's one of those knocks where you almost expect to get some jabs from your teammates when you get back to the dugout. You'll take those bloop hits off the end of the bat all day long. It doesn't mean you put a great swing on it, but hitters deserve to get a lucky hit every now and then.
Ryan O'Hearn comes up to hit. First pitch, and he just misses.
He starts him with the fastball, and that's a pitch that's right in his wheelhouse. You need to be careful against him with that one.
Rutschman leads off first with one away. That one a little bit high, and the count is 2-0. Right through there for a strike.
Too low. It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one. That's the one. When he elevates, hitters aren't touched it.
2 down.
Batting fourth, designated hitter, Ryan.
Here's Ryan Mountcastle. Right side, hard hit. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. And the Orioles leave one. We played an inning, no score. Back here in Baltimore, now it's the right fielder, Josh Lowe. Eflin back to work. Ball one there.
1-0.
Swing and a miss. Strike one.
Good late movement on that sinker right there. It's right where you want to get it to get that swing over the top.
That one's in there. That is strike two. And that's downstairs and outside. Next offering is downstairs.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
On the ground to third. Slings it across. Leadoff man retired here in the second.
Batting fifth, catcher, Danny Jansen.
Now it's Jansen to hit. And first offering is fouled off. One down, base is empty. And that's in for a strike.
0-2.
No score here in the second. Cut on and missed. Curveball struck him out.
Well, that's a curveball that people like to describe as a hammer or Uncle Charlie, and you can see why. It's not a looping slow curve. He throws it hard, and it gets plenty of bite on the end.
And now here is Jonathan Aranda. Foul ball. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
Couldn't have timed it up any
Batting
better than
seventh,
that. That was one of those
shortstop,
swings that
Jose
feels like you're swinging an
Caballero.
aluminum bat. It jumped off so hard, squared it up, and it went screaming at 108 miles per hour. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
Now it's the shortstop, Jose Caballero. First pitch doesn't find the zone. And that's in for a strike.
Well, don't expect too many more high fastballs. This is a good sinker ball pitcher, and sometimes they can make mistakes trying to pitch up in the zone. Look for him to stay down around the knees to be effective.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
2 outs. That one outside. And that's ball 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And a foul ball. He stays alive. Runner at second, 2 down. Here at the top of the second. Swing and a miss, and that is that. So 1 hit is all they get. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. No score. Back now at Oriole
Leading
Park.
off
Here's
for the
Tyler
Orioles,
O'Neill.
Left fielder, Tyler O'Neill.
All right, Tyler, let's go.
A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
0-1.
Well, they just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
Swing and a miss.
No
No
balls,
balls, 2
2
strikes. That
That's
one's
a ball.
upstairs, ball 1.
Pretty standard
1-2.
high 0-2 fastball right there. If you're smart, you'll look for something down in the zone, but not too far. Don't want to chase that breaking ball in the dirt.
That one gets down for a hit. And a good start to the inning.
Batting
So
sixth,
next to hit for
right
Baltimore,
fielder,
Colton Cowser.
Cowser.
And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. McClanahan, multi-time All-Star. He features a 4-seam fastball, a changeup, a curve, and he works in a slider. O'Neill gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Over to first, and he's saved. Next pitch in for a strike, and a count 1-2. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. And Sugar Shane McClanahan gets his second strikeout of the game.
Well, that's a curveball that I'm sure he wants back at the plate. 2 strikes, the sort of pitch you're hoping for, a bit of a mistake, and I'd say in a very hittable location, but clearly the break was enough to get him to swing through it.
Cedric Mullins, the next to hit for the Orioles. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Right through there for a strike.
All right, now, he may have not liked either of those first 2 pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point, he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again.
A healthy cut, tough pitch at 98, but a really good pass at the ball.
In the dirt, blocked. To second, and he's out.
Kind of a tough read for the base runner right there. You're usually trying to be aggressive on balls in the dirt, try to get into scoring position. But if it doesn't get away very far, or you can't tell how far it is, most catchers are going to get to it and throw you out at the base. And right there, excellent job by the catcher. He helps out his pitcher big time.
Swings through that one. Jansen fields, fires to first, and it's in time for the third out, so that'll end the inning. No runs, one hit, no errors, and no one left. We played 2 full. We're tied, 0-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Digging in, Richie Palacios. The pitch. Bunt attempt, but that goes foul. Now the 0-1. Fought off foul. Next pitch is outside.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Got him. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bunt today.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way. So credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
Johnny DeLuca next to hit for the Rays. Ball 1, no strikes. Hard hit left side. Henderson over to first in time. First 2 batters retired here in the top of the 3rd.
Now batting the first baseman, Yandy Diaz.
Yandy Diaz now. Flied to right his first time.
Go home, Tampa.
And that misses. Ball 1. And that one is inside.
Really close pitch down around the knees there, and you could see him asking where it missed. Probably doesn't agree, but it appears he's ready to move on to the next pitch.
That's outside, and that's ball 3.
Well, I would expect in this 3-0 count, you're taking all the way. See if he'll walk you.
That's a walk.
Ball 4, inside.
Went with the cutter again, but couldn't find the zone.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Lau stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball.
No strikes.
Top of the 3rd, no score. Tap foul at the plate. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That one's carrying. And it is gone. The Rays strike first. It's 2-0.
Boog, his plan was to hit the ball hard, and he was going to figure out the rest later. You can't argue with those results. That's an impressive swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap. And, you know, there are a lot of guys that just don't have the pop to do that, and probably just as many who don't have the approach either. He let that ball travel, and he got great extension on the follow-through to drive it out of here.
Caminero batting for the 2nd time, and that's strike 1. And now 1-2. Bases empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. And it goes just foul.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Two down, nobody on. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. In time. So the drop third strike doesn't hurt him, and that's that. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. And it's 2-zip. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. And we're back. Now the third baseman, Jordan Westburg.
Third baseman, Jordan.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
And that one fouled off. And that is out of play. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. That's down and in.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
Swing and a high fly ball out towards right center field. DeLuca makes the play, and there's one down.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
Jackson Holiday stands in now and watches strike one. Well, Siggy here in Baltimore, and crab cakes. We need to get our hands on some crab cakes. You think we'll get someone to maybe run down for us and grab a few?
Absolutely. It's got to happen. Maryland crab cakes, the best. And you talk about the seasoning. Nobody does it better than the people here in the city of Baltimore, but even so here at the ballpark, some great food.
Yeah, and I'm kind of partial to my guy Boog down there over that right field wall, and some barbecue, because Boog can fire up some pretty good barbecue.
Yeah, and I'm surprised we haven't seen any of that yet up here in the booth. Come on, man, let's go.
And first offering is fouled off. Next offering is fouled back. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. The shortstop takes the ball. Two outs. On the ground to third. And that is that. 3 up, 3 down for the Orioles. They're still down. It's 2-zip. Back here in Baltimore, out of the fourth. Now up for Tampa Bay, Josh Lowe. Chris, you played here in 2002. What are the memories that stand out as to being a member of the Baltimore Orioles?
For me, it was just pulling into the parking lot and having those that were there with an encouraging smile or a pat on the back, regardless of how things were going. It made it a lot easier to come to the ballpark, whether you were doing well or you were struggling. And then the way that they treated your family. I mean, this is a great place to play, and I'd say it's got to be one of the top places in all of baseball.
That one inside, look out. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one.
Good
Now
pitch
batting,
right there. I mean, he's attacking a
Danny
location
Jansen.
that this guy at the plate tends to have trouble with. And there's just so much information in this day and age, sometimes too much information. But the guys that can take that information, process it, and then go out there, Boog, and execute the pitch, go right after that hitter, and get the result that they were anticipating. That's really good pitching right there. And it's a good job of the pitcher and the catcher working together.
And you had a cameo in the movie Moneyball as an Orioles player in a highlight clip. And that's outside. Base is empty, 1 away. Top half of inning number 4. That's out to center field. Mullins settles under it. Nabs it. Out number 2.
Now batting, designated hitter Jonathan
So next to the
Aranda.
plate for Tampa Bay, Jonathan Aranda. Doubled in his first AB. Aranda measures 6 feet even, 210 pounds, and he's a native of Mexico. And a seed into center. That's a base hit. And that keeps the inning going.
Up next for Tampa Bay.
That ball was
shortstop,
absolutely
Jose
ripped.
Caballero.
111 off the bat. And I'm pretty sure it started to whistle after it left the bat.
I think I heard that too, Boog. And these are the moments we appreciate when we can look at StatCast and just see exactly what the data is. Always so much fun to see what numbers pop up.
Next to hit, Jose Caballero. It's in and out of his glove. And they put the tag on him for the out. 1 left for Tampa as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead. Bottom of the 4th, and now the switch hitting catcher, Adley Rutschman.
Adley Rutschman.
Fouled off. He was late.
You know, these Orioles, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
Swing and a ball popped in the air. That gets down for a hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning. Ryan O'Hearn, the next to hit for the Orioles. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. And that's outside. 1-0.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
The 1-0. Fastball for a strike.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and hardly order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get going.
Just missed. And there's a ball.
On this count, runner not known for his speed, but I think you got to put him in motion. Try to avoid a double play here, Bo.
Ryan Mountcastle in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Next offering is in for a strike.
Full count.
Rutschman gets his lead at first with nobody out. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. And there's one down.
Now batting, designated hitter Ryan Mountcastle.
So now it's the 4-hole hitter, Ryan Mountcastle. Top of the zone, and it's called a strike.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
No ball. 2 strikes.
Man at first, 1 away.
Well, this is a good time to step out of the box, take a deep breath, reset. A couple of changeups. Probably won't see another one here.
Ball.
And ball 1.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
And that's
2-2.
downstairs. 2-2.
Well, with the amount of pitches that can end up in the dirt, a good secondary lead doesn't have to get away from the catcher, but if you're anticipating based off the trajectory, get yourself into scoring position. Just a mid-90s challenge fastball right there, not much to it, and I'm sure he'd love another swing at it because it was in a very hittable location. Those are the swings where you can sometimes start to question yourself as a hitter and say, how did I miss that? But you know what happens.
Tyler O'Neill, the next to hit. Spikes that one. It goes to the backstop. And now a man into scoring position. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. Diaz makes the catch, and that ends the inning. 1 left for the Orioles. They trail it here 2-0. We go to the top of the 5th, and stepping in for the Rays, Richie Palacios. Eflin back to work. On the corner for a strike. It's 0-1. That one pushed foul out of play off to the left. And that is a good eye on a pitch down low. It's a ball and 2 strikes. That's inside.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Got him. And he's up to 7 strikeouts. Johnny DeLuca will hit next. Grounded out his first time.
Boog, this guy's just a tremendously talented center fielder. Gold Glove caliber type out there. Offensively, he can do some things, but also has some streakiness as well. I think the key is just trying to find a way for him to be consistent day in and day out. He saves runs in the outfield, so that's going to buy him more time to work things out at the dish.
Next pitch is downstairs.
Too low. Rio.
And there's the automatic. That one is inside ball 4. And I mean, oh, so close.
Now batting,
back to the top of the lineup. Here's the Rays leadoff hitter, Yandy Diaz. He's 0 for 1. First pitch misses. Runner takes off. In the air, left side. Puts it away for the out. Lau at the plate. He's already homered here in this one.
Brandon Lau.
There's the strike. DeLuca leads off first with 2 down to the inning. swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. And that is that. The Rays strand just the one. They're up 2-0. Back now at Oriole Park, and now it's going to be Colton Cowser.
Colton Cowser.
Well, on paper, it's favorable to have a fairly quick inning here with 2 of the 3 hitters he's set to face batting from the left side, same side he throws from. You know, these Orioles just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
Just off the outside edge. 2 balls and a strike.
And on the mound, you know confidence has to be pretty high with all of the swings and misses. He's had them eaten out of the palm of his hand pretty much all game. A little tardy on that fastball. Is going to have to get it going a little quicker. Get that front foot down.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
That could jumpstart an offense that's really struggled to score in this one. Don't want to wake a team up with the free pass.
Now here is Cedric Mullins. He's 0 for 1. There's a strike up high. 0-1.
There it was, a high velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
And fouled off.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He's notched 4 strikeouts now.
That's a pretty nasty pitch right there. I'd call it a power curveball in the 80s. It's got so much spin on it, and you really don't have a lot of time to sit back and watch what it's going to do before you have to commit. It was a good one for the swinging strikeout.
Jordan Westburg, the next to hit for the Orioles. Fly to center his first time. He's 0 for 1. Rolled softly, but that goes foul. And there's a strike. And that's outside. The Orioles down by a pair. Last half of inning number 5. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
I think he might have gotten away with one right there. That was a very hittable pitch right over the heart of the plate, and I know that batter is kicking himself right now. Would like to get that pitch again. Just pulled the string on it, and the deception gets him the K.
Here's the second baseman, Jackson Holliday. Fly to left his first time. And that's in for a strike. And it's 0-1.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. He continues to roll on the mound as 5 shutout innings are in the books. It's the Rays 2 and the Orioles nothing. Top 6. Here's the third baseman, Junior Caminero. Swing and a foul out of play.
No, down.
Movement in the Orioles bullpen. Yennier Cano is up and throwing for Brandon Hyde. Dominguez getting cranked up as well. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2. Good eye in that spot. That one missed.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
Hard hit to third. Zips it to first. Leadoff man retired in the 6th.
Up next for Tampa Bay, right fielder Josh Lowe.
Next to bat will be the Rays 4-hitter, Josh Lowe. 0 for 2 in this one. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. 0-1 now. And it's fouled away. One down, base is empty. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's his 8th strikeout of the game. Danny Jansen to hit here.
Catcher Danny Jansen.
And first offering is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top half of the 6th. Swing and a miss.
0-2.
Foul ball, still 0-2. 2 down, nobody on. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. Makes the grab, and that's the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. Top of the order due up in the home half of the 6th. It's the Rays 2 and the Orioles nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. John Sciambi with Chris Singleton in the booth, and leading off the bottom of the 6th, Gunnar Henderson. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Drops into the glove, and a quick out, number 1.
Now batting, catcher Adley.
Here's Adley Rutschman. He's 2 for 2. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike.
No ball.
Some hitters are just
1
more
strike.
confident if they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
Just missed.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Swing, and this one's bounced on the ground. Lau sends it to first. Rutschman retired.
Up next for the Orioles, first baseman Ryan.
And next for the
O'Hearn.
Orioles, Ryan O'Hearn. That
That's
one
the ball.
misses, and it's 1-0. And another ball. The Rays trying to protect a 2-run lead here in the bottom of the 6th. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Safe at first, and an infield single keeps the inning going.
With 2 outs, you just want to find a way to keep the line moving for the next guy. So an infield single right there does the job. Nicely done, just putting it in play and getting down to first to keep this inning alive. You never know what might come next as a result.
2 outs, runner at first. Now a chance for Ryan Mountcastle. That misses. Ball 1. And a strike in there. And misses inside. Up and in. And now 3 balls and a strike. O'Hearn off of first with 2 away. So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Pitch count's getting up there now, and not saying that's the reason for this walk, but this is the point in the game when every sign of wavering starts to get everyone's attention.
O'Neill up to bat next, lays off for a ball. That one finds the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Ball.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
2 outs. Couple of base runners at first and second. Swings and misses. It's 2-2.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one.
And he got him. Strike 3, and that'll retire the side.
A lot of adrenaline, we can see it right there, and sometimes you just got to let it out. That's an outstanding job of taking that, executing, and getting out of a tough inning.
Now pitching.
Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Gregory Soto.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
Now it's the DH, Jonathan Aranda.
Jonathan Aranda.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Soto, 30 years old now, and they went out and made a trade for him last season. Fastball for a strike. And a count 1-1.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
That one missing inside. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
And the batter will be the shortstop, Jose Caballero. Fastball for a strike. And that one fouled off. The 0-2. Just misses with that one.
His understanding of the strike zone, very impressive. That was a very close 0-2 fastball. I just don't know how you take that.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. The shortstop
2-2.
takes the ball. Good job to fight that one off. The 2-2. Look out!
Dead ball, that
And
got
it hit
Take
him.
first.
He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him. Richie
batting,
Palacios
left fielder,
next to hit for the
Richie
Rays.
Palacios.
Who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Just
too
missed.
low.
And that finds the mark on the outside corner.
One
And
ball,
it's
one
1-1.
strike.
Soto throws to first. Caballero back in on a dive. And that drops in for a strike. Pitch
2-2.
misses there. And now 2 balls and 2 strikes. A little bit low.
So here we go. Base runner at
Full
first.
count.
Could be running on the pitch. He's got good enough speed to steal the bag to get in scoring position, even if it's a swing and miss at the plate.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Third time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
So 2 down now, and here is Johnny DeLuca. And that's through there for a strike. It's 0-1. There's a strike. And the 0-2. And there's a ball.
1-2.
Runner takes off. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. 1 left for Tampa, but they hold a 2-0 lead.
Now pitching for
We're
Tampa
back in a
Bay.
new pitcher here to start the bottom of the
Number
7th.
60.
Garrett Clevenger.
Garrett Clevenger.
And now the right fielder,
Leading off
Colton
for the
Cowser,
Orioles, right
is struck
fielder,
out, and he is walked.
Colton Cowser.
And immediately pumps in a strike to the
0-1.
left-handed hitter.
Well, in this one, the offense has sputtered. Somebody's got to find a way to get on, keep the line moving, and manufacture at least 1 run. Then maybe you get 2 or 3.
And a swing and a miss there.
No balls. 2 strikes.
Up the middle. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. No throw, and they can't get the out.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. You got that front foot down, and pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive for an 0-2 count.
Bunting for a hit. Tosses to first, and the bunt attempt doesn't work out.
Well, just doing his part right there, trying to move that runner into scoring position. Got it down successfully. Now we'll see if they can drive him in from second.
Jordan Westburg, the next to hit for the Orioles. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. That catches the top part of the zone. Strike 1.
Well, this guy's definitely a plus runner, but what I love about him is that he goes all out every single time, never takes a break. It's guys like that, even though they don't have the elite speed, the fact that they're consistent with it, they make moves on the base paths.
Tying run at the plate.
Ball.
That missed by a lot, and it's 2-2. Clevenger checks the runner. Cowser dives back in safely. With the tying run at the plate, here at the bottom of the 7th. Next pitch inside. Full count, 3-2. The tying run at the plate. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Brings it in, and there's 2 down.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
Holiday.
And into the box for Baltimore, Jackson Holliday.
You know, this is kind of a tough matchup as a left-handed hitter facing a left-handed pitcher. What you tell yourself is, I want to stay square to the plate, try to hit the ball over the shortstop's head.
And that misses. And that's ball 1. Tampa Bay's bullpen with some action. Pete Fairbanks warming up for manager Kevin Cash. Uceta getting loose as well. Cowser on at second with 2 down. Outside low, and it's 2-0.
If you're the pitcher, you've got to go right at this guy. It's the number 9 hitter in the lineup. You can't be afraid of contact in this situation.
Swings through that one for strike 1.
Gonna really need to hang in there with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
And a 2-1 hammered but foul. Man on second, 2 down. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Popped in the air, left field. Squeezes it, and that will end the inning. And the Orioles leave 1. They trail things here 2-0. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th.
Now
Yennier Cano.
pitching for the Orioles. Number 78. Yennier Cano.
Now up for Tampa
Leading
Bay,
off for the
Yandy
Rays,
Diaz.
First baseman, Yandy Diaz.
To the right side, Holliday. Leadoff man is out here in the 8th.
Well, I'm impressed with this guy's internal clock. He knew he had plenty of time to take that extra step, secure his grip on the baseball, and make a strong, accurate throw.
And now it's Brandon Lau. His homer earlier is responsible for the only runs they've scored in this one.
Yeah, forget small ball. They're kind of living and dying by the long ball so far in this one.
To the right side. Throws to first.
That's an out.
And a couple of quick outs.
Now batting, third baseman, Junior Caminero.
So next to the plate for Tampa Bay, Junior Caminero. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Movement in the bullpen. Cionel Perez is up and throwing for Brandon Hyde. 2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top of the 8th. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. 2 outs. And that skips in the dirt. On the ground right side, Holiday fires over to first. Rays retired in order. Nothing doing for Tampa, but they're on top 2-0.
Now pitching for
Back
Tampa
now,
Bay.
new pitcher on the mound as we roll
Number
into the bottom of the
63.
8th. Edwin Uceta.
Edwin Uceta.
Back to the top of the order. Here's the Orioles leadoff hitter, Gunnar Henderson. 0 for 3 in this one.
Henderson.
It's good speed at the top of the order here. You want to get it on, see if you can get a stolen base, maybe get around the bases and pick up a run.
That misses the zone, and it's 1-1. That's down and in. Pitch misses inside, and it's 3-2. Flying drive, and that's a base hit out into center field. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Oh, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
Here's the catcher, Adley Rutschman. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
Tying run at the plate. Swings through that one out in front that time.
0-2.
This one driven deep, way back there, and it's gone. We are tied. And we're starting over. It's 2-2. Listen to these fans.
This place is absolutely buzzing right now. You can feel the energy all the way up here in our broadcast booth. A breaking ball on the inside part of the plate requires a hitter to stay really square with his mechanics. If you fly open with the front shoulder, there's no way you keep that ball fair. An outstanding job mechanically. He deserves that home run.
Ryan O'Hearn, the next to hit for the Orioles. And there's a strike. There's the strike. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Manuel Rodriguez appears to be getting loose. Rasmussen, a hard-throwing right-hander, up as well. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Well, that at-bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there. At least to foul something off, extend that at-bat.
Here's the designated hitter for the Orioles, Ryan Mountcastle. Fought off foul. Still only one out here in the inning. Up and in, and 1-1.
1-1.
Swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And that one's a little bit low. Now 2-2.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Check swing. Now a look down to first. No, he held up. And a swing and a miss. Now 2 away.
Now
Tyler
batting.
O'Neill, the next to hit
Left
for the
fielder,
Orioles. 1 for 3.
Tyler O'Neill.
And a foul ball. 2 down, nobody on. And that's fouled off. Stays alive. Base is empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Foul ball, it stays 0-2. And that just misses.
1-2.
And that's in the dirt.
2-2.
And it remains 2-2. That one missed.
Wow, this guy's really battling up there as if his run is the game-winning run. I love his tenacity.
This one high in the air to left center. DeLuca on the move. And makes the grab. And that'll do it. But this clutch home run gets us even again. And we're deadlocked now at 2 apiece. You're dialed into the show.
Now pitching for
Welcome
the
back,
Orioles.
and here comes the closer, Felix
Number
Bautista.
74.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And
Bautista.
one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Low.
Ball 1.
Stands in here, takes ball 1 low.
That's a ball.
Wow, triple digits on the
2
gun.
up and down.
I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
In the air, right field. Kauser puts it away for the out. And
Up
stepping
next
in for the
for
Rays,
Tampa Bay,
Danny Jansen.
Danny
0 for 3
Jansen.
with 2 flyouts and a strikeout. And that is out of play. All tied up here at the top of the 9th. That's in there, and it's 0-2. Activity in the bullpen. Keegan Aiken getting ready to go. One down, base is empty. And a swing and a miss. And 2 away now. So the bullpen doing a nice job backing up the effort from their starter.
Yeah, we've seen some pretty excellent pitching out of this staff so far. I mean, they've come in ready to do their job and get outs. They've been pretty tough to get to in this one.
And next is the designated hitter, Jonathan Aranda. Right through there for a strike. And a swing and a miss.
This guy's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
Ball one there.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. So they make short work of him there. 6, 7, 8 scheduled to start the bottom of the ninth. We are tied 2-2. Back now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the ninth. Drew Rasmussen.
Now pitching for Tampa Bay. Number 57. Drew Rasmussen.
Colton Cowser
Leading
digs
off for
in
the
now.
Orioles, right fielder Colton Cowser.
Ball one low. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Pete Fairbanks, the closer of the staff, is throwing. Cut on and missed 96 with that fastball.
When you throw a fastball by a guy like that, I imagine it's got to feel incredible. Look for him to throw it again at some point.
Oh, he doesn't get the call. 2-1.
Home plate umpires trying to tighten things up a little bit.
And that one is inside.
That's a good miss off the inside part of the plate. You'd much rather miss there than out over the plate where this guy could do some real damage.
Ball 4, he walked him. And that'll keep the line moving.
Second walk of the game for him, and he's been really patient at the plate. The game plan that he's sticking to, he's just not going outside of what he's looking for up there.
Throw to first. Cowser back on a dive. Mullins in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball. Winning run on base at first. No outs. And another ball. There's a strike.
2 balls, 1 strike.
And that one fouled off. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. And a foul ball. Grounder might be 2. Caminero over to second to Diaz. That's 2.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Jordan Westburg, the next to hit for the Orioles. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
0-1.
Trying to send this to extra innings.
1-1.
Back to right. And that drops foul. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. Two outs. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Struck him out swinging. That's the third out, and we're headed to extras. Nothing doing this time around for the O's, and this game is still tied at 2-2. Back here in Baltimore, on to extra innings. Now it's going to be Jose Caballero. Bautista back to work. And that is cut on and missed. 0-1.
No ball. One strike.
Man at second. Swing and a miss as he was late.
From a pitcher's perspective, that's a beautiful splitter right there. As a hitter, you don't like it, but he's commanded his fastball, and out of that same tunnel, that splitter comes, and the bottom just falls out of it.
Strike three, got him swinging. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
Well, that slider down and away, it's just kind of a slow death. With 2 strikes, you're looking to protect, and halfway to the plate, you know you've committed, and you know you're going to have no chance of touching it. Tell you what, sometimes you just have to tip your cap.
So a change being made out at second. On the pinch run, Jake Mangum. So the go-ahead run in scoring position, Richie Palacios. Next to hit for the Rays. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Out towards right center field. Calls it in, and there's 2 away.
Now batting, center fielder Johnny DeLuca.
Here's the center fielder, Johnny DeLuca.